the Danish royal couple hosted their first state banquet since the proclamation of Frederick in January this year. Christiansborg Palace in Copenhagen was adorned for the banquet, organized in honor of Iceland's president, Halla Tómasdóttir, and her husband, Bjorn Skulason, who began their visit to Denmark today. The first day culminated with this grand event, where Mary showcased an impressive diamond necklace and the pearl tiara. But before discussing the jewelry, let's start by analyzing her outfit. Mary is rightfully considered a queen of sustainable fashion, so it's no surprise that she appeared in a dress made from elements of other designs. The Australian royal frequently reworks her evening wear, giving them new life, and this time she combined a top and skirt she already had in her wardrobe, resulting in a very flattering look. The upper part, covered in dark blue sequins, is by Danish designer Jesper Hovering. Mary first wore it with a skirt in 2014 at the Bambi Awards ceremony in Germany. In 2016, at the New Year's reception, she wore the skirt again, this time paired with a velvet long-sleeved top and a long train. Since then, Mary has worn this ensemble a few more times in its original form with the sequin skirt. However, this time, she opted to combine the hovering top with a skirt by Oscar de la Renta, which she first wore in 2005, making it nearly 20 years old. It is a midnight blue satin design with layered ruffles. Mary has styled this skirt in various ways since its debut, with a pink silk top and a navy lace bodice. However, this time she chose the sequin top, and as mentioned, the result was quite successful. Now let's move on to the jewelry. Mary wore for the first time the royal family's diamond necklace, known as Riviere, featuring a river of 31 large solitaire diamonds. It once belonged to Anna of Orange, and her daughter, Louise of Sweden, brought it into the Danish royal treasury after her marriage to Frederick VIII. The earrings, featuring a large diamond with a pear-shaped diamond hanging from it, also belonged to Anna and entered the royal family in the same way. Among Queen Louise's jewels was the pearl tiara, which Mary wore again this evening, and which is reserved exclusively for the queens of Denmark. The first time she wore it was in May during a state visit to Norway. This tiara was one of Queen Margrethe favorites, and it has now been passed to her daughter-in-law along with the rest of the set, which includes a brooch, pearl and diamond earrings, and a necklace, although Mary opted for different jewels this evening. The tiara dates back to the first quarter of the 19th century, when it was commissioned for Princess Louise of Prussia, the wife of Frederick of the Netherlands. It was passed down through her descendants until her granddaughter, Louise of Sweden, brought it to Denmark when she married Frederick VIII, Margaret's great-grandfather. Queen Louise herself included the tiara in a fund to protect some of her jewels from being sold or divided in future inheritances. Thus, it has been passed from queen to queen, now ending up in Mary's possession. As for the first part of the day, it began with an official ceremony at the Nordre Toldbod Maritime Terminal, where they were greeted by Frederick and Mary. The Queen, true to her passion for sustainable fashion, chose an elegant purple coat dress that she had previously worn. This creation is by Danish designer Søren Schmidt, the same one who designed the white dress with a built-in shawl that Mary wore for Frederick X's proclamation, which received much praise. The dress features a wrap-style neckline that accentuates the waist, long sleeves, and a fitted bodice that flows into a voluminous pleated skirt. Mary first wore this outfit at a major event, the coronation of Charles at Westminster Abbey, on May 6, 2023. She wore it again in January 2024 at a Mass in Aarhus Cathedral, commemorating Frederick's ascension to the throne. Following protocol, Mary completed her look with a headpiece. Despite her fondness for hats, this time she opted for a headband in the same tone as the dress, with a small bow on the side. To the Queen's ensemble was finished off with suede gloves, a crocodile leather clutch from Carland Copenhagen, and high-heeled pumps from Gambito Rossi. To shield herself from the cold Copenhagen weather, Mary draped a pearl gray scarf around her neck, letting it fall stylishly down to her waist. As for jewelry, she chose diamond floral earrings by Ole Lingard and an amethyst brooch by Georg Jensen fastened at the waist. The Icelandic president's visit to Copenhagen continued with a floral tribute at the Kastellet Citadel and a visit to Jónshus, an Icelandic cultural center in the Danish capital. After that, there was a stop at the Parliament, and in the evening, a state dinner at Christiansborg Palace, which we mentioned earlier in the first part of the video, will take place.